Are you new to planning or just curious why so many women over 40 are obsessed with planners, stationery, and journaling? Then you're in the right place. Planning and stationery are not just for students, office workers, or the ultra organized people who you seem to have it all together. They're not just for the younger people either. The reason many of us over 40 turn to planning later in life is because we don't have it all together. And that's okay. Life can get chaotic between work, family, responsibilities, and everything else. Sometimes we forget to carve out time for ourselves. That's why planners are so powerful. They give us a way to slow down, be intentional, and take control of our time without feeling guilty about it. Now, keep listening to hear why women over 40 are passionate about using planners and stationery as part of their self care routines, organization, creative outlet, and how it brings them joy. And the best part? You don't need to spend a lot of money or have perfectly curated planner to start. In fact, I'm going to show you a simple way to begin today with just a notebook and a pen. So make sure to listen until the end. Hi, and welcome to the Mariane Cresp podcast. I'm so happy you're here, whether you're listening while sipping your morning coffee, taking a break during your busy day, or winding down at night. This podcast is our little corner of the internet where we can talk all things planning, self care, and making life a little bit more joyful, one step at a time. Today, I'm going to talk about how planners, stationery, and journaling have been so powerful for me in my 40s and now that I've entered my 50th year. So, if you're feeling overwhelmed, juggling way too much, or just need a way to get a little me time back in your day, your planner and stationery tools might just be what you need. Now, let's be honest. There's something so satisfying about writing things down, checking off tasks, seeing progress with your favorite pen, or adding a little or a lot of color to your notes. It's like a mini act of self care in your daily routine. Planners and stationery are more than just pretty paper, colorful stickers, markers, and washi tapes. All right, let's get into it. There's a reason planners and stationery aren't just for the younger generation. In fact, women over 40 are a major part of the audience who can't get enough of these products. But why? What makes us, women in our 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s, still feel drawn to colorful pens, stickers, and perfectly organized pages? First, let's talk about nostalgia. I don't know about you, but growing up, I saw planners, journals, and cute stationery as luxury items, something I admired in the stores, but knew my family couldn't afford to buy these non essentials. They were dream items. Now that I'm older, I can finally indulge in these products that once seemed out of reach. But it's not just about nostalgia. There's something much deeper going on. Now, think about the nature of planners and stationery. These tools aren't just about writing down your schedule or to-do list. They're about organization, creativity, and control. For women who have experienced life's ups and downs, whether it's career challenges, raising children, or managing busy households, there's a sense of comfort in knowing you have a way to map out your day, reflect, and stay grounded. For women over 40, life can often feel like it's all over the place. We've been juggling responsibilities for decades, and sometimes we just need something that can anchor us. That's where planners come in. They give us a space to feel in control again, something that's often lacking in our day to day lives. Take me, for example. A few years ago, when we decided to homeschool my younger son, who's on the autism spectrum, I needed something to help me manage the homeschool schedule, my daily household tasks, my own personal life and well being. I needed something to help me organize everything. That's when I discovered how planners and stationery helped me avoid burning out. It wasn't just about writing things down, it was about creating a system that worked for me, which led me to create my own planner insert printable download. Now, my planner is my daily guide. It helps me stay organized, stay on track, and most importantly, it keeps me feeling like I have a handle on everything. Another huge factor is the fun and joy of personalization. This is where the stationery aspect comes in. Have you ever found yourself lost in a beautiful journal or getting excited over a new set of pens? It's like a creative outlet, and it can make your to do list a little bit more fun. It's therapeutic. You can turn a simple task into a creative endeavor, and that in itself is a form of self care. For many women over 40, having the time and space to personalize their planners and stationery is a form of self expression, especially in a world where we're often told to prioritize others over ourselves. When you pick out that perfect highlighter or get that planner insert that speaks to you, it's an act of putting yourself first, even if it's just for a moment. And let's not forget the cultural shift around age. There's this stereotype that planners and stationery are for the younger crowd. But the truth is, planning has no age limit. Whether you're 25 or 55, it's never too late to embrace tools that help with focus, productivity, and well being. All right, I promised you a simple way to start planning today. So here it is. If you've been feeling scattered or overwhelmed, open a notebook to a clean page or just grab one piece of paper and a pen. Write down 3 things for today. Number one thing you must do today, a non negotiable. This is your big ticket item for the day, something that absolutely must get done no matter what it is. It could be something that's been hanging over your head or something critical for your personal well being, career, or family. The point is, this task should feel urgent or important and requires your commitment to prioritize it. Here's an example. If you're working from home, the one thing you must do could be a critical work task that has a tight deadline. It might be finishing a report, making an important call, or attending a crucial meeting. It's that task that you cannot afford to push to tomorrow. Another example is if you're managing a household. It could be something as simple as picking up the groceries, taking your dog to the vet, or paying for an overdue bill. These tasks might feel like routine responsibilities, but they're still non negotiables and need to be handled today. The second thing you need to write down is one thing that would make you feel good to do, something for you, even if it's small. This is your self care or joy item, the thing that will bring you happiness or a sense of satisfaction, regardless of how big or small. It's easy to get caught up in everyone else's needs, but this is your opportunity to do something that brings you pleasure or relief. Whether it's a 5-minute activity or a longer break, prioritize something for your well being. An example could be as simple as taking a 10-minute walk outside to get some fresh air and clear your mind. The sense of calm and mental clarity that comes from stepping away from your responsibilities can work wonders for your mood. Another example is if you're a fan of creativity, it could be sitting down for 10 minutes to doodle, color in your planner, or work on a hobby like knitting, crafting, or journaling. Even a small moment dedicated to doing something you love can make a big difference in your day. And finally, write something down you're grateful for because perspective is everything. Gratitude helps shift your mind from focusing on what you lack or what's stressful to appreciating what you already have. It's a powerful way to ground yourself and bring balance to your emotions. A quick moment of gratitude can change how you approach the rest of your day and can even improve your overall sense of well being. An example could be you might feel gratitude for a supportive friend or family member who's been there for you recently. Reflecting on their kindness can remind you that you're not alone in your journey. Another example is if you're grateful for your health, you might think about how your body enables you to do the things you love, whether that's walking, running, or dancing. Expressing gratitude for your physical ability can remind you to take better care of yourself too. These three things, the must do, the feel good, and the gratitude, are a powerful combination that keeps your day focused, balanced, and grounded. By starting with these three, you create a clear, intentional structure that sets you up for success both practically and emotionally. And that's it. Three things, no pressure. It's a way to get what's in your head onto paper so you can see it, feel less stressed, and take action. Even if you don't see yourself as a planner person, writing these down can clear your mind and help you feel more in control. You see, planning doesn't have to be overwhelming or expensive. It's about creating space in your mind, organizing your thoughts and feelings a little, and feeling more in control of your day. And once you start, you might find yourself wanting to add more, maybe tracking your habits, writing reflections, or setting goals. But for now, keep it simple. If you're just starting out or already have way too much on your plate, just start with those three things. Before I wrap up, here are the top three things I hope you can take away from today's episode. One, planning isn't just about productivity. It's about self-care. It's a way to make more time for yourself in a world that constantly pulls you in different directions. Two, you don't need an expensive planner or supplies to start. All you need is a notebook or even just a piece of paper and a few intentional words. And three, taking small, simple steps is the key to making planning a habit that sticks. You don't have to do it all at once. Just start. Now, if you do want to try out colorful markers, stickers, and washi tapes without feeling overwhelmed, start with one color for priorities or use a sticker for motivation. No need to go all in. Now, if you're a woman over 40 and still not sure about using planners and stationery, I want to remind you there's no age limit to investing in your well being. It's time to let go of the notion that these things are just for the younger people or that it's too late for you. Trust me, you're never too old to start using these tools to improve your life. If you're feeling inspired and want to learn how to turn your planner into the ultimate tool for personal growth, self-care, and organization, check out the links in the show notes. I've got some amazing resources and I'd love to help you get started. I'm also live weekly on my YouTube channel showing how I use my planners and stationery to help plan out my week, track my habits, and make time for well-being and self-care. I hope this gave you a fresh perspective on why planners and stationery are such a big deal for women over 40. Remember, planning isn't just about organizing your life. It's about creating space that's uniquely yours. So go ahead, grab your planner and start making it work for you. Thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you next time with more tips on how to stay organized, motivated, and inspired every day. Now it's time to plan, make, and reflect. Happy planning.